Hi guys! Today we're going to look at how to add death animations for both the enemies and the player. Okay, we'll start with this scene that continuously spawns enemies that wander around and chase the player. The player can also fire bullets and kill the enemies. We created this in our 2D top-down shooter series, so take a look if you want to know how it was done. Alternatively, you can download this project by supporting us on Patreon. All the links you need can be found in the description. Okay, let's start by adding a death animation for the player. For this, we're going to use the Officer Die sprite sheet from the asset we downloaded earlier in the series. If you don't have this free asset, a link can be found in the description. We'll drag this into the sprites folder in Unity. Then we'll select the new asset to make some changes. We'll set the sprite mode to multiple to indicate that there are multiple sprites. Then we'll change the pixels per unit to 30 to match the other sprites in the game. We'll click Apply and then open up the sprite editor. We need to tell Unity how to slice this into multiple sprites. We'll click the Slice button. We'll select Grid by Cell Count for the type. Then we'll set the number of columns to 4 and click Slice. We can see the image has now been split into 4 sprites. Let's click Apply to save these changes. We'll close this window and then select the player in the hierarchy. We'll open the animation window by selecting Window, Animation, Animation. This is showing the animation window for the player, and from here we can edit existing animations or add new ones. We'll select Create New Clip from the drop-down. We'll navigate to the Player Animations folder. We'll call this Player Die and click Save. In the same way as we did when creating the movement animations, we want to animate the sprite property of the player. We'll click the Add Property button and add the sprite property. We'll select this last keyframe and press Delete to remove it. Then we'll select the first sprite from the Officer Die sprite sheet and drag it onto the first keyframe. We'll click on the 5 mark on the timeline and add another keyframe. For this one, we'll drag in the second sprite. We'll do the same for the rest of the sprites, spacing them out evenly. Next, we'll adjust the length of the animation. We'll select all the keyframes. Then we'll drag this bar to the 20 marker to resize the animation. Let's play the animation to check everything looks okay. It's looking good. We only want this animation to play once, so we need to make sure that looping is turned off. We'll close the animation window and find the animation in the project panel. Then we'll untick the Loop Time checkbox. Okay, now the animation is ready, we need to make it play at the correct time. We'll select the player in the hierarchy and then double-click the animator controller in the inspector. In here we can see the 3 animations associated with the player. At the moment we start in the idle state and then transition to the move state when there's input from the player. The player could die when they're in any of the other states. So what we'll do is right-click on the Any State box. We'll click on Make Transition. Then we'll click on the Player Die state to create the transition. So now, whatever state the player is in, it can transition to the die state. Next, we need a way of telling the animator when to do this. We'll go to the Parameters tab and add a new trigger parameter. A trigger is like a boolean, but you only set it to true and then it resets itself. We'll call this isDead. Next, we'll click on the transition to set this up. We'll set the transition duration to 0. Then we'll add a new condition and select the isDead trigger. So now, whenever the isDead trigger is set, the animator will transition to the die state. Now the animator is configured, the next step is to set this trigger when the player dies. To do this, we'll select the player in the hierarchy. Then we'll add a new handler to the onDied event of the health controller. We'll drag the player into the object slot. Then we'll select Animator Set Trigger from the drop-down. We'll enter isDead for the trigger name. So when the player dies, the onDied event will fire. This will then set the animator trigger, causing the animation to play. OK, let's press play to try this out. We'll take enough damage to empty the health bar. Now the death animation plays as expected. Next, we'll add a death animation for the enemies. We'll stop the game and open the enemy prefab. Then we'll open the animation window again. We'll select Create New Clip from the drop-down. We'll navigate to the Enemy Animations folder and call the new animation Enemy Die. We'll add the sprite as a property again. Let's delete the last keyframe. Then we'll go to the Sprites folder in the project panel. If we expand the enemy sprite sheet we've previously used, we can see it has some blood spatter sprites. We'll drag the largest one onto the first keyframe. Then we'll add new keyframes for the rest of the sprites, spacing them out evenly. We want the animation to go from a large blood spatter to nothing. For this to work, we want the last keyframe to remove the sprite completely. To do this, we'll select the position on the timeline where we want to add the keyframe. Then we'll press the record button. Now any changes we make in the inspector will be recorded to the animation. Let's remove the sprite in the inspector. This has now added the final frame of the animation. OK, let's play the animation to see what it looks like. It's looking good. We just need to remember to stop it looping. We'll find the animation in the Assets panel and untick the Loop Time checkbox. Next, we need to set up the animator. We'll select the enemy in the hierarchy and double-click the animator controller to open it. We'll set this up in the same way as we did for the player. We'll right-click on any state and make a transition to the die state. We'll go to the Parameters tab and add a trigger called onDied. Then we'll click on the transition. We'll set the duration to 0. And we'll add a condition for the onDied trigger. OK, now we need to set this trigger. The enemy is currently killed in the bullet script. Let's open this up to have a look. So when the bullet collides with an enemy, the enemy is destroyed. This is no longer going to work now that we want to play an animation. If we destroy the enemy straight away, then the animation won't have time to play. What we'll do is change the enemy to make use of the health controller. That way we can respond to events when the enemy dies, the same as we did for the player. Let's switch back to Unity to add the health controller component to the enemy. We'll select the enemy in the hierarchy and click on the Add Component button. We'll search for the health controller component. We'll set the current and maximum health to 10. Then we'll switch back to the bullet script. We can now retrieve the health controller component from the enemy. Instead of destroying the enemy, we'll inflict a damage of 10. This will take all of the enemy's health and cause the on-died event to fire. Let's save this script and switch back to Unity to handle this event. We'll click the plus button to add a handler to the on-died event. Then we'll drag the enemy into the object slot. From the drop-down, we can then choose Animator Set Trigger. We'll set the trigger name to On-Died. So now when the enemy runs out of health, the On-Died event will fire. This will then set the animator trigger, causing the animation to play. Once the enemy has died, we don't want the player to be able to collide with it anymore. We'll add another event handler to the On-Died event. We'll drag the enemy into the object slot again. This time we'll select Circle Collider 2D Enabled from the drop-down. This will turn off the collider when the enemy dies. We also want to stop the enemy moving while the death animation is playing. We'll add another event handler to the On-Died event. We'll drag the enemy in and select Enemy Movement Enabled from the drop-down. Now the movement will be disabled when the enemy dies. The final thing we need to do is destroy the enemy. We can't do this as soon as the enemy dies, as we need to wait until the death animation has finished playing. We'll create a new script to handle this. We'll navigate to the Enemy Scripts folder and add a new script. We'll call this Enemy Destroy Controller. Let's double-click to open it in the editor. We'll start by deleting the default methods. Then we'll add a public method called Destroy Enemy. This will take a float parameter for the time to wait before destroying the enemy. Then in the method we'll call Destroy to destroy the enemy game object. This method allows us to pass in the delay value to destroy the game object after the specified time. OK, let's save this and switch back to Unity. We'll drag the script onto the enemy to assign it. Then we'll select the enemy in the hierarchy and add another handler to the On-Died event. We'll drag the enemy into the object slot. Then we'll select Enemy Destroy Controller Destroy Enemy from the drop-down. We'll set the delay time to 1 second. OK, let's exit the enemy prefab and press play to try this out. Now, when we shoot the enemies, the animation plays and they're also removed from the hierarchy. In the next video in this series, we'll allow the player to gain points by killing enemies and we'll display the score on the screen. If you want to be alerted when this one's out, then subscribe and click the bell icon. If you have any questions or feedback on this video, let us know in the comments. A big thank you to all our patrons, we really appreciate you helping to support the channel. If you'd like to help and also get access to the source code, you can find details in the description. Thanks guys!